Money is fuel, not the destination. This is a fundamental truth that many entrepreneurs, businesses, and leaders often overlook. Money is necessary. Without it, a business cannot survive, just as a car cannot run without fuel. But no one buys a car simply to fill it with gas. We buy cars to take us somewhere, to experience something, to serve a greater purpose than just refueling at the pump. In the same way, businesses should not exist solely to generate money. They should exist to achieve a mission, solve a problem, or create value. When a business treats money as the ultimate goal, decision-making becomes short-sighted. Leaders start prioritizing immediate profits over long-term sustainability. They cut costs in ways that harm quality, they neglect employee well-being, and they focus on quarterly earnings rather than lasting impact. This mindset often leads to stagnation or failure. Many companies have collapsed despite generating enormous revenue simply because they lost sight of why they existed in the first place. But when money is seen as a tool rather than the destination, everything changes. Everything changes. A company that understands this invests in its people, its culture, and its innovation. It prioritizes customer experience over immediate profits because it knows that trust and loyalty generate sustainable success. It doesn't just look at financial statements to measure progress. It looks at the value it creates, the problems it solves, and the difference it makes in people's lives. Consider the most successful and respected companies in the world. They didn't start with the mindset of maximizing profit at any cost. They started with a vision. They sought to change industries, improve people's lives, and create something meaningful. The money followed naturally because they built something people cared about. They understood that financial success is a byproduct of purpose-driven work. Businesses that last for generations are those that reinvest their money wisely. They use it to build better products, train their employees, enhance customer service, and expand their reach. They don't hoard wealth or chase short-term wins at the expense of their values. They see money as fuel that keeps them moving towards something greater. When entrepreneurs and business leaders shift their mindset in this way, they make better decisions. They stop obsessing over the next financial quarter and start focusing on the next decade. They don't just ask, well, how much profit can we make? But instead, how much impact can we create? They don't just aim to be financially successful. They aim to be indispensable. The irony is that businesses that focus less on money and more on their mission often end up making more money in the long run. This is because customers recognize authenticity. They support companies that align with their values. Employees stay with companies that invest in their growth. Investors trust companies that have a vision beyond just maximizing shareholder value. Money is important, but it is not the reason businesses exist. It is simply the energy that fuels a company's journey. The businesses that truly succeed are those that understand where they are going, why they exist, and how they can use money to propel them forward rather than letting it define their purpose. The most powerful companies in the world are not just wealthy. They are meaningful. They remind us that while money keeps the engine running, it is the mission that determines the destination. Business exists to solve problems. This simple yet profound idea is the foundation of every successful company. A business is not just a machine designed to generate profit. It is an entity created to address real needs, offer solutions, and add value to people's lives. When a company truly understands this, its decisions, priorities, and strategies shift from merely making money to making a difference. The most impactful businesses in the world did not start because someone wanted to get rich. They started because someone saw a problem and was determined to solve it. Whether it was making transportation more efficient, revolutionizing communication, improving healthcare, or providing better education, the driving force behind these businesses was not money but purpose. When a business focuses on solving problems, it naturally attracts customers because people are always looking for solutions to make their lives easier, more efficient, or more enjoyable. Like Louis. A company that places profit above purpose is like a doctor who only prescribes medicine to make money rather than to heal a patient. Over time, people recognize the lack of genuine care and turn away. Customers are not just buying products or services, they are investing in trust. If a company loses sight of its purpose and begins to see customers as mere transactions rather than individuals with needs, it will struggle to build long-term loyalty. They don't settle for what has worked in the past, but continuously ask, how can we improve? How can we provide greater value? How can we solve bigger problems? These businesses don't wait for customers to tell them what's wrong. They proactively seek ways to enhance experiences, improve efficiencies, and push industries forward. When businesses stop solving problems, they become irrelevant. No matter how much money they have in the bank, if they are no longer meeting the needs of their customers, their success is temporary. Industries evolve, customer expectations change, and companies that fail to adapt or innovate with purpose quickly fade away. This is why the most resilient businesses are those that remain obsessed with their mission rather than their margins. Businesses that understand this principle also treat their employees differently. They recognize that employees are not just workers hired to increase revenue, but partners in solving problems. When employees feel connected to a greater mission, they are more engaged, more creative, and more committed to the company's success. They don't just show up for a paycheck, they show up to make an impact. A business that focuses on solving problems creates a culture of innovation, collaboration, and long-term thinking, which benefits everyone involved. Customers, too, are drawn to companies with a clear purpose. In a world where choices are abundant, people don't just buy based on price or quality alone. They buy based on values. They support businesses that align with their beliefs, that stand for something greater than profit, and that demonstrate a commitment to making the world better in some way. A company that exists solely to make money is forgettable. A company that exists to solve problems becomes indispensable. Profit is a byproduct of purpose. This is a truth that many businesses fail to understand, and yet it is what separates great companies from mediocre ones. Businesses that chase profit as their primary goal often find themselves struggling, making short-term decisions that may boost revenue temporarily but harm them in the long run. But businesses that focus on their mission, their customers, and the value they create find that profit comes naturally. That profit comes naturally. The companies that thrive are those that put their mission before their money. They focus on creating the best possible products, delivering the best services, and improving lives in meaningful ways. They understand that when they serve their customers well, when they innovate with purpose, and when they stay committed to solving real problems, financial success is inevitable. The businesses that make the most money are often the ones that care the least about making money in the short term. They reinvest in their mission. They prioritize customer experience, and they constantly seek ways to do better. They don't look at their bottom line as a goal, but as a reflection of how well they are serving others. Companies that chase money without a clear purpose often burn out. They may see short-term gains, but they struggle to sustain them. They make desperate moves, cut corners, and lose trust. Customers see through businesses that exist purely for financial gain. They gravitate toward brands and companies that stand for something, that have a clear reason for existing beyond just making money. When a company is truly purpose-driven, its employees feel inspired, its customers feel connected, and its growth becomes organic. Profit follows passion. Profit follows passion. A strong purpose attracts the best talent, the most loyal customers, and the right investors who believe in the long-term vision. The most successful companies in history did not start with a goal to be the richest. They started with a goal to be the most valuable. They focused on how they could serve, how they could solve, and how they could make an impact. Money was never the goal. It was the reward for doing things the right way. So, businesses must ask themselves, are we chasing profit, or are we creating value? Are we focused on short-term financial gains, or are we committed to a long-term mission? The answer to these questions determines whether a business will be just another company or a company that truly matters. Because when a business leads with purpose, profit takes care of itself. Profit is a byproduct of purpose. This is a concept that challenges the traditional mindset of business, yet it is one of the most critical truths for long-term success. Many companies operate with the belief that profit is the ultimate goal, the reason they exist, and the primary measure of their success. But when businesses prioritize profit over purpose, they lose sight of what truly matters. They start making decisions that favor short-term gains at the cost of long-term growth. They cut corners, sacrifice quality, and ultimately damage their reputation. The irony is that the more businesses focus on money alone, the harder it becomes to sustain. Purpose-driven companies, on the other hand, operate differently. They begin with a clear mission. They understand who they serve, what problem they solve, and why they exist beyond financial success. They focus on creating value, improving lives, and making an impact. And as a result, profit follows. Customers recognize authenticity. Employees feel inspired to contribute. Investors see the long-term potential. When businesses align their actions with a strong purpose, they attract opportunities naturally. Think of the most successful brands in the world. They didn't start with the question, how can we make the most money? Instead, they asked, how can we change an industry? How can we improve the world? How can we solve a major problem? The answer to these questions drove them forward. Profit came as a result of their commitment to solving real issues, building exceptional products, and delivering outstanding experiences. Businesses that focus solely on profit often struggle with customer loyalty. People don't just buy products or services. They buy into brands. They connect with companies that stand for something. In a marketplace where competition is fierce, businesses that have a compelling purpose stand out. Customers want to support brands that align with their values, that prioritize quality over cost-cutting, and that make them feel like they are part of something meaningful. When customers believe in a company's mission, they become more than just buyers. They become advocates, spreading the message and bringing in new customers. A company's internal culture also benefits from purpose-driven leadership. Employees don't just work for a paycheck. They want to feel like their work matters. Organizations that emphasize purpose attract top talent because people want to contribute to something greater than themselves. A strong mission fosters engagement, creativity, and innovation. It creates an environment where employees are motivated to go beyond their job descriptions and actively seek ways to improve the business. In contrast, companies that focus only on profit often struggle with high turnover, disengaged employees, and a lack of motivation. Money measures efficiency, not impact. Many companies make the mistake of believing that financial success alone defines their impact. They look at revenue, profit margins, and stock prices as indicators of their success. But financial metrics can only tell part of the story. They measure how well a company operates, but they do not measure how well a company serves. True success is determined by the difference a business makes in people's lives, not just the numbers on a balance sheet. A company can be extremely profitable and still be irrelevant. It can generate millions in revenue while failing to innovate, inspire, or create real value. History is filled with examples of businesses that were financially successful for a time, but faded away because they lacked vision. They became complacent, focused only on efficiency and profit, and ignored changing customer needs. Businesses that define their success purely by financial measures often miss the bigger picture. Companies that create lasting impact look beyond money. They measure success in terms of customer satisfaction, brand loyalty, and the problems they solve. They invest in long-term growth rather than short-term profits. They recognize that financial success is a result, not the purpose. Money can show how efficiently a company operates, but it cannot measure its significance in the lives of its customers. Customers today have more choices than ever. They don't just look for the cheapest option. They look for the best experience, the most trustworthy brand, and the company that aligns with their values. A business that prioritizes financial gain over customer experience may see short-term sales, but it will struggle to build long-term loyalty. A company that prioritizes impact, however, builds relationships that last. Businesses that understand this principle focus on delivering real value. They continuously ask, how can we improve? How can we serve our customers better? How can we make a meaningful difference? How can we make a meaningful difference? They don't just optimize for profits. They optimize for excellence. They don't just measure how much money they make. They measure how much they contribute to their customers' lives. Long-term thinking creates lasting wealth. Many businesses fail not because they don't generate revenue, but because they focus too much on the present while ignoring the future. Short-term thinking leads to decisions that prioritize immediate financial gain, but sacrifice sustainability. Companies that cut costs recklessly, chase trends without strategy, or exploit short-term opportunities without considering long-term consequences often find themselves struggling in the future. The most successful businesses take a long-term approach. They invest in research and development, knowing that innovation takes time. They prioritize customer relationships, understanding that trust cannot be built overnight. They focus on brand reputation, realizing that credibility is one of the most valuable assets a company can have. They make decisions that might not yield immediate profits, but set them up for future success. Companies that embrace long-term thinking do not panic when the market fluctuates. They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. They build resilience by focusing on their mission, continuously improving their products, and adapting to change without losing sight of their core values. They resist the temptation of quick profits in favor of sustainable growth. A long-term mindset also fosters innovation. Companies that think beyond the next quarter are more likely to take risks, explore new ideas, and invest in solutions that will shape the future. They don't just react to market changes, they anticipate them. They position themselves. And they position themselves not just to survive, but to lead. Businesses that create lasting wealth do so by prioritizing purpose, measuring impact beyond financial numbers, and making decisions with the future in mind. They understand that money is not the end goal, it is the result of doing things the right way. The companies that leave a legacy are not the ones that simply make money. They are the ones that make a difference. Money alone does not create value. This is a principle that many businesses fail to understand. They assume that if they generate enough revenue, their business will thrive. But money by itself is meaningless unless it is used to create something of value, something that solves problems, meets needs, and improves lives. A company that focuses only on accumulating wealth without reinvesting in innovation, customer experience, and societal impact will eventually stagnate. True value is created when businesses prioritize solving real problems over simply making sales. Customers don't just buy products or services, they buy solutions to their challenges. They choose companies that improve their lives, make things easier, or help them achieve their goals. If a business only focuses on profits, it may survive for a while, but it will struggle to build loyalty and long-term success. Companies that truly create value look beyond money as a goal and use it as a tool. They reinvest in research, development, and quality improvements. They listen to their customers and constantly refine their offerings. They focus on the impact they are making rather than just how much they are earning. When businesses approach money in this way, they don't just survive, they thrive. Another critical aspect of creating value is the role of employees. A company is only as strong as the people behind it. Yet, many businesses treat their workforce as a cost rather than an asset. When employees feel undervalued, disengaged, or overworked, their productivity suffers, and so does the company. Organizations that prioritize financial efficiency over employee well-being often experience high turnover, low morale, and ultimately poor performance. On the other hand, businesses that invest in their people through training, fair compensation, and a positive work environment see incredible returns. Employees who feel valued and connected to a company's mission work with greater passion and dedication. They contribute innovative ideas, provide better customer service, and help build a culture that attracts top talent. The result is a company that not only makes money, but also sustains long-term growth and impact. Customer loyalty is not bought, it is earned. Many businesses assume that if they have a great product and enough advertising, people will continue to buy from them. But true customer loyalty goes beyond transactions. It is built on trust, consistency, and emotional connection. Businesses that focus only on sales without nurturing relationships find themselves constantly chasing new customers instead of keeping the ones they have. Loyalty is created when businesses consistently deliver value. It happens when customers feel that a company genuinely cares about their needs, listens to their concerns, and continuously improves. It's about going beyond expectations, providing exceptional service, and treating people as individuals rather than numbers. One of the most significant factors in customer loyalty is authenticity. People today have more choices than ever before, and they can easily recognize when a company is more interested in their money than in serving them. Businesses that are transparent, honest, and mission-driven stand out. Customers are drawn to brands that align with their values and demonstrate integrity. Loyalty is also about engagement. Companies that build strong communities around their brand create lasting relationships with their customers. They don't just sell products, they create experiences, offer support, and foster a sense of belonging. Whether through excellent customer service, social responsibility, or meaningful interactions, businesses that earn loyalty don't have to fight for repeat sales. Customers return because they believe in the company. Sustainable businesses think beyond quarterly profits. Many businesses operate with a short-term mindset, focusing only on the next financial quarter or the next earnings report. While financial performance is essential, companies that prioritize short-term profits at the expense of long-term sustainability often make poor decisions. They cut corners, reduce quality, and fail to invest in the future. Sustainable businesses take a different approach. They recognize that success is not just about making money today, it's about ensuring relevance and value for years to come. They invest in innovation, knowing that industries evolve and customer needs change. They focus on long-term relationships with customers and employees rather than making quick profits. They think strategically about their brand reputation and the legacy they are building. Long-term thinking leads to resilience. Companies that are prepared for the future are not easily shaken by market changes, economic downturns, or industry disruptions. They have built strong foundations by reinvesting in their mission, continuously improving their products, and staying true to their values. They are adaptable, forward-thinking, and focused on sustainable growth. But history has shown that businesses that prioritize long-term sustainability outperform those that chase short-term gains. They don't just react to the market, they shape it. They don't just survive economic fluctuations, they navigate them with confidence. By thinking beyond quarterly profits, companies create lasting wealth, enduring influence, and meaningful impact. Ultimately, businesses that focus on creating value, building trust, and planning for the long term are the ones that thrive. They understand that money is not the end goal. It is simply a resource that allows them to achieve their mission. The most successful companies are those that see beyond financial metrics and instead measure their success by the impact they create, the relationships they build, and the legacy they leave behind. Money is a tool, not the mission. Too often, businesses fall into the trap of believing that making money is the ultimate purpose of their existence. They set revenue targets, focus on profit margins, and design their entire strategy around financial metrics. But money in itself is just a means to an end. It is a tool that allows a business to grow, to innovate, and to serve its customers better. A company that sees money as the goal rather than the tool risks losing its direction. Businesses that focus only on money often make short-term decisions that hurt them in the long run. So, they cut costs in ways that diminish product quality, reduce customer service efforts, or create a toxic work environment. They chase trends without considering whether those trends align with their mission or long-term vision. They prioritize quick wins over sustainable growth. And in doing so, they fail to build the strong foundation needed for lasting success. In contrast, businesses that see money as a tool use it wisely. They reinvest in their people, their products, and their customers. They allocate resources not just to generate profit, but to create impact. They focus on innovation, customer experience, and long-term value. They understand that financial success is a byproduct of doing the right things consistently over time. The most enduring companies don't ask, how can we make more money? They ask, how can we create something valuable? How can we serve our customers better? How can we leave a meaningful impact? They know that when they get these things right, the money will follow. Money follows value, not the other way around. Many businesses believe that if they can generate enough money, they will be able to create better products and services. But the truth is the opposite. It is not money that creates value. It is value that creates money. The most successful companies in the world are not those that focused on maximizing profit from the start. They are the ones that focused on solving problems, delivering excellence, and creating something that people truly need and love. Businesses that chase money without focusing on value often struggle. Customers don't return just because a company wants to make money. They return because the company offers something they trust, something that enhances their lives. Investors don't back businesses simply because they have high revenue. They invest in businesses that have a clear purpose and long-term growth potential. Employees don't stay with companies that prioritize profits over people. They stay where they feel valued and inspired. But when a business prioritizes value, Money becomes a natural outcome. Companies that focus on innovation, customer satisfaction, and quality build strong reputations that attract customers and opportunities. They create loyalty, not just transactions. They build brands that people respect and trust. And because they are constantly improving and evolving, they ensure their own sustainability and success. The businesses that thrive are those that consistently ask, how can we serve better? How can we improve? How can we make a real difference? These are the companies that win in the long run, not because they chased money, but because they focused on creating something worth paying for. Businesses that prioritize relationships over revenue build stronger foundations. In a world where competition is fierce, businesses that see customers, employees, and partners as mere sources of revenue struggle to build lasting success. The most successful businesses understand that relationships are at the core of everything. They don't just sell products or services, they build trust, loyalty, and community. When businesses focus only on transactions, they miss the deeper connection that drives long-term success. Customers don't just want to buy from a company. They want to feel valued. Employees don't just want a paycheck. They want to be part of something meaningful. Partners don't just want to do business. They want relationships built on mutual respect and trust. Companies that invest in relationships rather than just revenue see better results over time. They have customers who stay with them for years, not just one purchase. They have employees who are engaged, motivated, and committed to the company's mission. They have business partners who collaborate for mutual growth rather than short-term gain. Relationships create stability, resilience, and opportunities that go far beyond immediate financial returns. When businesses build real connections, they gain something far more valuable than revenue. They gain advocacy, loyalty, and a network of people who want to see them succeed. This is the foundation of true and lasting business success. Short-term profits can lead to long-term failure. Many businesses fall into the trap of focusing only on immediate financial results. They look at quarterly earnings reports, stock prices, and short-term sales numbers as the primary measure of success. But businesses that focus too much on short-term gains often make decisions that hurt them in the future. Short-term thinking leads to cost-cutting in the wrong places. Producing product quality, underinvesting in customer service, or neglecting employee well-being. It leads to aggressive sales tactics that prioritize immediate revenue over customer trust. It creates a culture where quick wins are valued over sustainable growth. And while these strategies may boost profits for a while, they almost always lead to problems down the road. Sustainable success requires long-term thinking. Companies that thrive don't just focus on the next quarter. They think about the next decade. They invest in innovation, research, and development, even when the results are not immediate. They build strong customer relationships rather than chasing one-time sales. They create workplace cultures that attract and retain top talent, knowing that a great team is essential for future success. History is filled with examples of companies that prioritized short-term profits and ultimately failed. And it is also filled with examples of companies that played the long game and built lasting success. The difference is not in how much money they made in the short term, it's in how they used their money to build something that could stand the test of time. The most successful businesses understand that profit is not the purpose, it is the result of doing things the right way. They focus on creating value, building relationships, and making decisions that will benefit them not just today, but for years to come. When businesses take a long-term approach, they don't just survive. They lead, they innovate, and they make a lasting impact. Money is not the measure of success. Impact is. Many businesses operate under the belief that financial performance is the ultimate measure of success. They set revenue goals, analyze profit margins, and compare themselves to competitors based on monetary gains. While financial stability is important, it is not the true indicator of success. A business that makes money but does not make an impact is like a body without a soul. It exists, but it lacks purpose. Businesses that define their success solely by financial metrics risk missing the bigger picture. They may generate significant revenue, but if they do not contribute positively to their customers, employees, and communities, their success is shallow and temporary. True success is measured by the impact a business creates. How it improves lives, solves problems, and contributes to a better world. A company that focuses on impact over income builds a legacy that lasts. Impact-driven businesses attract loyal customers, passionate employees, and meaningful partnerships. When a company's mission is centered around making a difference, people want to be a part of it. And so, customers are drawn to businesses that align with their values. Employees are motivated by purpose rather than just a paycheck. And investors see long-term potential rather than just short-term gains. Ends. The companies that stand the test of time are not those that made the most money in the shortest time. They are the ones that changed industries, improved lives, and set new standards for excellence. They prioritized impact over income, knowing that when they created real value, financial success would follow naturally. Financial growth is the result of great leadership, not just good strategy. Many businesses focus heavily on developing financial strategies, analyzing market trends, and optimizing operations to maximize revenue. While these aspects are important, they are not what ultimately determine long-term success. The true driver of financial growth is leadership. A company can have the best strategy in the world, but without strong leadership, it will struggle to execute that strategy effectively. Great leaders inspire teams, foster innovation, and create a culture of excellence. They understand that financial success is a byproduct of how well a company operates, not just how well it plans. They prioritize people, knowing that a motivated and engaged workforce is far more valuable than any financial model. They build trust within their organizations, empowering employees to take ownership of their work and contribute to the company's success. Leaders who focus solely on financial metrics often make decisions that harm their businesses in the long run. They may prioritize cost-cutting over quality, focus on short-term gains rather than long-term sustainability, or create a work environment that values profit over people. These decisions may yield immediate financial benefits, but they weaken the foundation of the business over time. Successful leaders understand that financial growth comes from building a strong, purpose-driven organization. They invest in their people, cultivate a clear vision, and make decisions that align with their core values. They know that when they lead with purpose and integrity, financial success will follow, not because they chased money, but because they built something worth investing in. Money should be a servant, not a master. Businesses that allow money to dictate every decision often lose sight of what truly matters. When financial concerns override ethics, creativity, and long-term vision, a company becomes reactive rather than proactive. It focuses on survival rather than growth, on short-term profits rather than long-term impact. The most successful businesses use money as a tool to achieve their greater mission. They do not let financial pressures compromise their values or dictate their decisions. Instead, they allocate resources strategically, ensuring that every dollar spent contributes to a meaningful outcome. They invest in innovation, employee well-being, and customer satisfaction, knowing that these factors drive long-term success. Businesses that become slaves to money often make decisions that backfire. They cut costs in ways that harm quality, leading to customer dissatisfaction. They prioritize profits over people, resulting in high employee turnover and low morale. They chase trends rather than staying true to their mission, losing their identity in the process. The most enduring companies maintain control over their financial destiny by using money wisely. They see it as a tool, not the ultimate goal. They understand that financial success is the result of good decisions, not the reason for making them. When money serves a greater purpose, it becomes a powerful enabler of growth, innovation, and long-term prosperity. Many companies operate with a competitive mindset, believing that their primary objective is to outperform rivals, capture market share, and dominate their industry. While competition is a natural part of business, it should not be the sole focus. The most successful businesses do not exist just to win against competitors. They exist to contribute something valuable to the world. A business that focuses only on competition risks becoming reactive rather than innovative. It spends more time watching its rivals than listening to its customers. It makes decisions based on fear of losing rather than a desire to create. It may achieve temporary victories, but it lacks a deeper sense of purpose that drives lasting success. Businesses that prioritize contribution think differently. They ask, what can we add to the world? How can we solve problems in new ways? How can we improve people's lives? They are not just competing for market share, they are creating new possibilities. They recognize that success is not about being better than others, it is about being the best version of themselves. When businesses focus on contribution, competition takes care of itself. Companies that create exceptional products, provide outstanding service, and build meaningful relationships naturally attract customers and opportunities. They do not need to obsess over competitors because their impact speaks for itself. Profit is fuel, not the destination. Many businesses make the mistake of treating profit as the end goal. They measure success by how much money they make, rather than what they accomplish. But profit is not the destination, it is the fuel that powers the journey. A business that sees profit as the ultimate objective often sacrifices long-term stability for short-term gains. Businesses that understand profit as fuel use it wisely. They reinvest in research and development, customer experience, and employee growth. They expand their impact by reaching new audiences and innovating in their industries. They do not hoard wealth, they use it to build something greater. Companies that treat profit as the destination often struggle to sustain success. They may experience rapid financial growth, but if they fail to reinvest in their people, products, and purpose, their momentum eventually slows. They may prioritize revenue over relationships, leading to customer and employee dissatisfaction. They may resist change because they are too focused on protecting their profits rather than adapting to new opportunities. The businesses that thrive in the long run are those that see profit as a resource, not the reason they exist. They know that money is not the goal. It is the means to achieving something far more meaningful. They focus on impact, innovation, and integrity, ensuring that their success is built on a foundation that will last. When profit is used as fuel, a business does not just grow. It evolves, inspires, and creates lasting change.